smoking gun is a four-letter word. I hope it hurts. Love is a fatal flaw, is a broken jaw, is a burning bridge. Move your hips. And the ghosts of the boulevard, littered with lonely hearts. A city like a graveyard, once was a postcard. When you lose your wonder, and you can't remember where we were living in the days of thunder. 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 Living in the days of love was a dream to have, was a king-size bed, was an escape plan, was an open hand. Now it's a dog from hell, it's a dream you sell, it's an epitaph, it's a photograph. And the ghosts of the boulevard, littered with lonely hearts. A city like a graveyard, once was a postcard. When you lose your wonder, and you can't remember
Alright. The frame rate good? Alright, Smiley, how's it going? If you're still here. I don't know.
Faked our deaths, lit a match, closed the door, waited for the
How white I am. Why am I so fucking white?
paid in cash. As Lazarus, we coming back. They say it's darkest before the dawn. We've been in this town for far too long. They say it's darkest before the dawn. We're moving on, we're moving on, we're moving on. Sunsets, no regrets. First chance, last dance, stuck in the middle. Even that girl's no good love. You taste so sweet, it hurts a little.
Turn it down a little bit.
Make our home where we stand. One suitcase and half a plan. Follow the words and sing along. Pass the voices to the song. They say it's darkest before the dawn. We've been in this town for far too long. They say it's darkest before the dawn. We're moving on, we're moving on, we're moving on. Sunsets, no regrets. First chance, last dance, stuck in the middle. Even that girl's no good love. You taste so sweet, it hurts a little.
Alright, all I gotta do now is figure out what to do. Well, I'll just wait. I'll wait for some more people to come. Look at that. We are off center. Again. I fixed it. I did fix it. Let's try the other scene. Kind of different. Don't know why. I'm not sure I should play a game or not. If I do play a game, I don't know what game to play. I think I might be too tired for a game. So I might just sit here. And waste everybody's time. Who fucking beeped at me then? Cheeky bastard. Cheeky bastard. Fuck's that? Message deleted. What's that? What the fuck is that? YouTube? It's gonna be YouTube, isn't it? A sock account. A sock account. fuck was that? I don't even know what that was. I tell you what, I could have played Watch Dogs Legion, because I got that come out today, right? 29th. But it runs like shit! Another absolutely classic Ubisoft PC, but I don't know how it runs on consoles. I heard something about it's fucking blowing Xbox Ones up or something. But it runs like AIDS! Because I tried a little bit of it this morning before I went to work. Like 4:30 this morning. Excuse me, Tev, mate. No. You. I don't know what I'm about to say then. What was I about to say? A troll message deleted. I don't know what those messages were, but it's fucking YouTube, so probably some sort of AIDS by some full-on spastics. Why do I stream to YouTube? Like, there's nothing to gain from it. I could have stopped doing it. I should just close my YouTube account. Like, I don't want anything to do with YouTube. What, on PC? Are you getting watched? Also, I just saw that, what's that? Hang on a minute. That new little picture, look at you looking like a little cartoon paedophile. A little cartoon paedophile right there. Right, I'm gonna warn you. Watch Dogs Legion runs like fucking garbage on my computer. Did you ask him? You say, can you do me a little picture, mate, where I look like a massive pedo? Was that what you asked? Was that the one request? I don't care what it is, as long as I look like an absolute nonce. Oh shit, maybe that's where I went wrong. I put the HD texture pack on. Because I couldn't even run it at 1440. And that's the only game, with the exception of also Red Dead Redemption 2, that I couldn't get 60 frames per second at 1440. But I don't think they've, whether or not it's going to make a big enough difference, but I don't think they've released the drivers, have they? Oh no, they have. I was going to download them now. But I had to knock it down to 1080. And it still didn't seem stable then. So, I'm going to put it down to... Okay, I know the 1080 Ti is... Obviously, it's a bit of an older card now. It's, you know... It ain't going to cut it no more. For some of the newer stuff. But Watch Dogs Legion is still a current-gen game, not a next-gen game. So, I'm going to put it down to another piss-poor Ubisoft port. Whether these drivers are going to make a difference, I don't know. I can't actually install them now because it'll fuck up the stream, because it... Whatever. I did like literally 10 minutes of it this morning. It was like I was just doing some stealth mission. You start off, are you trying to sneak into House of Parliament or something? And you're just doing some stealth takedowns, and I couldn't really get a feel for it. I didn't do any of the driving around or anything, but I'm not expecting anything special. I'm gonna play it maybe later tonight, see if it's any good, but it's a game that I have zero excitement for. Didn't really care about it whatsoever. I didn't like what I've seen of it leading up to it. Well, one, I don't trust fucking Ubisoft because it's fucking Ubisoft. I shouldn't have to explain that. Okay, they've done some good stuff, I'm gonna admit. I was really surprised by how good Assassin's Creed Origins was, even more so with Odyssey. I fucking think they're really, really fucking good games. But the rest of the shit that they've given us. Fucking YouTube spastics in full force tonight, aren't they? Jesus Christ. What the fuck's going on with YouTube? It's YouTube! That's what's going on with it! It's YouTube! This is why I said, why do I even still stream to YouTube? It's just full of degenerates and... This is fucking YouTube, you know the deal. It's a disgrace. I'm gonna stop streaming to YouTube. This is no point. I'm gonna wash my hands of that shit. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Watch Dogs Legion. No, I liked the first Watch Dogs. I know there was the massive controversy with the massive downgrade it got, but I thought it was a good idea for the most part. Not executed super well in some cases. It got a bit repetitive, but I enjoyed. It was all right. I beat it. There was some good stuff. It was, like I said, it was kind of a cool idea. You could like hack, cause a city blackout and stuff like that. Didn't care for the story. What was the main character? Aiden Pierce was a bit generic. I like Watch Dogs 2. It kind of improved on the first one in some ways. I hated the characters, and I hated the fucking story. It was awful. I never did actually beat it, but I kind of liked it. But it's just Watch Dogs Legion seems like it's gone. It just seems too wacky and over the top for me. Like I said, I'll give it a crack, but I don't see me getting that far in it. I could be wrong. Maybe I really like it, but yeah, I'm going to uninstall that HD textures pack. Nothing good can come from that. That's probably what may have killed it. But look, right, I mentioned this on Discord. I'm going to say it a fucking again because I hate this shit. And Ubisoft, I know they're not the only ones, but they're one of the biggest offenders for this shit. Right, I've just seen there on Uplay. Oh, they've changed the name now, Uplay, haven't they? What's it called now? The post-launch trailer. The post-launch trailer. Ubisoft do this for all their fucking games, but they put this trailer out before the actual game's been released. They do a trailer for like the DLC and the season pass. I'm sorry, but what the fuck is that? Why are they showing a trailer for the DLC and stuff before a game's even been released? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's such a fucking middle finger. Oh yeah, by the way, here's all the content that you won't be getting when you buy the game, because this is all the content that we cut out and are going to sell to you afterwards. That's what that is. I'm sorry, but that's what that is. They always do it. They did it. They've just done it for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They've shown a trailer for all the season pass bullshit. Game's not even out. We've got a few more weeks yet for that comes out. So why are you showing us the post-launch content? Clearly that content's ready. It's made. Why is it not in the fucking game when it launches? It just blows my fucking mind. And then I see people like posting comments with the exact same opinion as me. What the fuck is this shit? The game's not even out. But I see so many people defending it. Dude, what are you mad about? That's just showing us the content we're getting later on. And stuff like that. But I'm like, no! No! I'm sorry, but if you defend that shit, you're an idiot. And you're part of the problem. That content's made and ready. They've just cut it out. Everyone should know this by now. Especially when it comes to Day 1 DLC. Because we see so many games now that launch with the day one DLC. So that was made. I know in some cases, some content is made afterwards. And then I don't have a problem with that. If the content is made afterwards. But you know, so much of it is already been made. They just cut the games up now. They'll sell you what's becoming more and more like a glorified fucking demo. And hiding everything else behind all these versions. It'll be either in the fucking season pass, or the deluxe edition, or the ultimate edition, or the gold edition, or the what the fuck. There's so many editions of a game now. For me, growing up, there was just usually just one version of a game. Everyone who bought it got the same fucking thing. Some games, mainly on PC, had expansion packs. Which, they were like in physical versions. They'd be like full, like expansions for the content. Like a lot of strategy games, for example, Command and Conquer had them. Did have like an expansion for it. A lot of games did them. Like an actual expansion that was, you know, that content was made afterwards. They weren't that expensive. They were a lot less than the full game. And they added a lot of good content, about loads of them. Expansion packs, they were. But that's not the case anymore. You know? Like I said, we all got the same thing. We might have got an expansion pack somewhere down the line. Maybe sometimes you've got 2 expansion packs. Or they did maybe a collector's edition. Some games got a collector's edition where you get some little fucking statue with it or whatever. They were kind of a lot rarer back then. But that was generally the case. Like I said, now, there's so many different versions of this game. You got the stripped down, fuck all edition of a game with nothing in it. And then you've got all this like deluxe, ultimate, blah 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 blah. And then you've got like, let's not forget the pre-order bonuses, which again is one of the worst. The pre-order bonus. Content that's made, taken out, and you will not get it unless you pre-order. Otherwise you'll have to pay for it. Like a big offender of that is like the crappy wrestling games, WWE games. They'll take actual wrestlers out of the game and put them behind a pre-order bonus. They'll always make it like a popular wrestler that they know people want to play as, and make you have to pre-order the game to get that. Why is that allowed? To me, a pre-order bonus, it's not a bonus, it's a punishment. It's, alright, if you don't pre-order the game, you're not getting that, you'll pay for it. And in this day and age, you don't want to pre-order your games. Because most of them turn out shit, or completely broken and unfinished. To me, pre-ordering a game doesn't really make any sense. Like, you used to pre-order games when I was younger back in the day, because you'd go into the store and you'd pre-order a copy of it. So that you got a copy, because games didn't ship as, you know, as much back then. Gaming wasn't this huge thing it is now. So games would actually sell out in a store sometimes, so you'd like reserve a copy to get at launch. But now in the digital age, what's the real reason to pre-order? And I'm not going to take preloading as an answer. To me, that's not good enough. That's just being impatient. Alright, so you might have a shitty internet connection. Well, just wait. Just be patient. You know, I've not got the best internet connection. But I'm not going to take preloading as an answer. That's just being impatient. Surely you can wait a few extra hours or something. Depending on how bad your connection is. But pre-ordering, I don't see what the point in pre-ordering is now. I really don't think there's a reason for it. And nothing should ever be hidden behind a pre-order. But so but then you sometimes get like pre-order exclusive to different places, like Amazon might have an exclusive pre-order from them, or Game, or GameStop, or whoever. So either way, you always seem to be missing out on something. And this has just turned into like, this wasn't the plan. What I've done is I've annoyed myself, and now I'm angry, and I've done this to myself because I just started I shouldn't have brought up Uplay. I've annoyed myself, and now I'm just an angry old man ranting. Doesn't that with having a fucking god awful week at work? That's what this has become. It's just fucking hell. Oh, Jesus. But I'm right. I might be ranting, but I'm fucking right. And I know I've gone on about this a lot. I think I've briefly talked about it on stream in the past. I talked about it all the time on fucking YouTube. But I'm fucking right. I can keep going on about this all day. I haven't even touched on microtransactions and loot boxes and in-game advertisements. That's a thing now, isn't it? Now, I've not seen any of this, but apparently, I don't know if anyone's said this, but Electronic Arts, the little shitty cunt bags that they are like putting like advertisements in games now. But like, I don't mean like sort of advertising like in the game, like I don't know, there's a billboard in the game or something. Like you're actually seeing advertisements play in your game. And if anyone can if anyone's seen this and can explain it properly to me, if it is what it sounds like. I think they've been doing it in the sports games. But if they're actually putting advertisement that you have to watch in games that you've paid for, that is bang out of order. You paid for that game, so why are you seeing advertisements play? I believe some of the NBA games might have done it. Real? They must. Yeah, no, yeah, because I heard that the games didn't launch with them. Because I only played UFC 4 at launch. I believe they've snuck them in afterwards. So I've not seen any of those. So yeah, so they're like putting advertisement like TV shows and shit in their games, which is just another fucking unacceptable thing in this god awful industry now. Like, it's the same with microtransactions. They've been doing that now. They're launching games without the microtransactions and then slipping them in later to avoid the bad reviews. They're such sneaky fuckers. Isn't it the same with like loot boxes? Like, I think about it now. I've become I've started to just fucking hate video games. They annoy me now. They used to be like my... It was like my number one hobby was games. I've been playing games since I was like 4, and I loved video games. It was a great way to fucking escape reality. Just have a good, you know, have some fun, whatever. I loved them. Now, they just piss me off. Everything about gaming annoys me. Every bit of news that comes out on a website, it's always some fucking bullshit, some shady shit. And it annoys me, and I no longer get excited. Now I understand age is going to have something to do with it. I ain't so young anymore. And as you get older, things just aren't exciting because that's just part of getting older. Do you know what I mean? Obviously things are more exciting when you're a kid. So you don't have that same sort of, because you're just fucking old and shit. I get that, and having gamed for so long, you know, I've kind of seen all the games, I've played them all. But I'm suspicious now of everything. I'm suspicious of every game that... If a game gets announced, I'm like, there's going to be some... I'm thinking, it's probably going to launch a lot of microtransactions. It's probably not even going to work at launch, or it's probably just going to be crap. I'm suspicious of them all the time. I don't trust any game. I have a very negative attitude towards games, but I think it's justified. I think it's completely justified. Because of the way. And I know a lot of people around my age, maybe a little bit younger, completely agree with me. Because they know what games used to be like. To know what it is. Now the younger generation, They don't have a fucking clue because this is just how games are to them. It's the norm. Microtransactions, loot boxes, day one fucking patches, pre-order bonuses. That's normal to them. And especially like kids. Because the kids. Kids are stupid. That's part of being a kid. Kids are fucking dumb. Alright? And they don't care because, well, it's not their money. Do you know what I mean? Like, the parents will buy their games, and the parents will pay for the fucking season passes and the microtransactions. Like, they don't give a shit. It's not their money, so why would they care? But, you know, when it's your money, when you work for your fucking money, you don't have to pay for all this shit. Do you know what I mean? But also, yeah. That's another thing, is kids don't really appreciate any older games. They like a lot of them just get caught up on graphics or whatever the popular thing is. Like they'll just want to play whatever their favorite YouTuber's playing or whatever their favorite fucking streamer's playing. And they're another part of the problem. The fucking YouTubers and the streamers, because they're also the ones that like fucking buy into this shit. Like, I've seen some of these like streamers or YouTubers who they'll do a whole video like opening, like, or whatever it is, buying those fucking things in FIFA, and they spend a fortune because those fuckers have got money to burn. But then kids watch them and think, that's cool, and they just fucking follow them. Like, I've seen these streamers and stuff, they'll spend a fortune on loot boxes and stuff and shit like that, and then the kids are just like sheep, and they'll think, yeah, that's cool, I want to do that. And, you know, they'll just jump on the popular game because that's the popular thing on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. And they're a big part of the problem as well. And a lot of them get paid to advertise like shit games, you know. So they're a big problem as well. So fuck them. So, I could just keep going and going here. Okay, no. I am really tired. Doesn't help. Extra cranky. Hey, I can rant. I fucking. Once I start though, you know what I'm like. Once I get going, I could keep this going for hours. I could just keep talking and talking and talking. I fucking knew. I don't know why people are so angry about it again. Because I knew it was going to get delayed. I think I've said it on stream. I don't know if it's out there in a video or whatever, but I said that game is going to get delayed again. Now, I personally thought it was going to get pushed back to 2021, which I still think is a possibility. I still think that's a possibility. But I knew that game was going to get delayed again. And everyone is very, very mad. I get it to an extent. I know people are excited for the game, and it's frustrating when games get delayed, because a lot of games do get delayed now. You know, it happens. Some of the biggest and better games tend to get delayed. Because obviously, like EA and stuff aren't going to delay their games because they don't give a shit whatever they churn out. You're not going to see Activision delay games, are they? If they do delay a game, it's probably simply to avoid being launched around another game. Sometimes that's why some companies will delay it, because there might be a big release and they don't want their game coming out at the same time as that big release, which is going to affect sales, so they might try and sneak it somewhere else. But a lot of the best stuff gets delayed because it just ain't ready. And because they're such big projects. The frustrating thing is, it kind of they should stop really announcing like specific release dates, because I think a lot of them kind of know they're not going to hit that date. Because I mean, it happens so much now with games getting delayed, especially the big ones. I think they should just hold back on giving release dates until they really know that they can hit it. Because we see games, I mean, Cyberpunk's been delayed 4 times now. But I think they should stay quiet for a while before announcing the games. I think games get announced too early as well. When you're announcing games years before it releases, is there any point doing that? I think games should be like quite well into development before they announce it. I mean, yeah, you gotta build the hype, but then you're just gonna piss people off when it starts to get delayed. And I know CD Projekt Red did say they weren't gonna delay it again, and then they did. But I could still see them pushing it back to next year. Like, I'll fucking wait. I'm not that bothered. I get the frustration, but some people blow it out of proportion and just get like super angry. And it's like, dude, calm down. It's just a game. You just have to wait a little bit longer. We've already waited how many years? We can wait a little bit longer. But oh well, it's fucking Twitter, innit? If there is a bigger cesspit on the internet than YouTube, it is, isn't it? Twitter's the worst, isn't it, of everything. Of all the social medias, Twitter is the biggest cesspit on the internet. Now, I'm on Twitter. I don't tweet really, but I'm on there because I'm fascinated by it. I love seeing how angry everybody is. It scares me, but it also makes me laugh as well. With just, it's fascinating. I just love how the pitchforks come out over the shittiest things. There's just so much anger and hatred on there, and it is entertaining to an extent. And it is fucking worrying, this rapid decline that humanity's on. And it's all because of social media. Social media has ruined everything. But it is entertaining to an extent. What was it Ricky Gervais described it as? It's like being able to read every toilet wall, every public toilet wall in the world. But I just love the anger. I love the anger on Twitter. Usually over something so ridiculous. I remember, what was it? This was ages ago. I think the size of a Toblerone was being reduced, and there was so much anger that this Toblerone was going to have less triangles on it. And I was like, well, that's just a lot of fat people just angry at this less chocolate. But dude was just, and then just trying to fucking cancel people because they don't like what someone said or someone's opinion. This whole cancel culture is just, it's insane. It's insane. What's wrong with these people? They're just so angry. So angry and so full of fucking hate. It's so, I don't get it. I don't get it. Alright, so you don't like someone's opinion, or you don't like what someone said. Well, get over it. Who gives a shit? Carry on with your life. I don't understand TikTok. TikTok. What's going on with that? Because the guy at work asked me the other day. He's like, show you on TikTok. I went, no. I went, why? I went, because I'm not 12 years old. I went, I'm 31, mate. And he went, well, yeah, I'm 35. I'm on there. And I'm like, sort yourself out, mate. What you doing? What are you doing, 35 years old on TikTok? And I thought you were having a laugh, mate. I said, don't ever speak to me again. And actually, I've never actually spoken to him again. I don't like him. But 35 years old. What are you doing on TikTok? You know what I mean? I've not really looked at TikTok, but it looks like it's just like a teenager thing, a younger generation thing, which again makes me sound like an old man. It's you fucking youngsters these days. But like they do retarded shit on there, don't they? They're like nearly killing themselves on there. But again, maybe, fuck them. Natural selection, yeah. I do think it's fair to say that this younger generation are like the dumbest generation, thanks to things like the internet and everything else. They're just so fucking different to my generation. Not that I'm a millennial. We're not exactly, you know, we get enough shit as it is. I mean, I'm at the top end of the millennials. But we're pretty much known as the snowflakes, right? The millennials. Which, you know. But these fucking younger ones, Zoomers or whatever, I don't know what they're fucking called. They're the dumbest generation. They're the dumbest generation. Because they're the generation who's been brought up on technology, right? They've grown up on computers and fucking smartphones and shit like that. And it's just like a different world for them to how it was to me. Like, they're just always online and shit, you know. They're just addicted to the fucking phones, and they don't like my nephew's like what, 17 now or something, and he just like, you try and talk to him and he'll just be on his phone and he won't look at you. You can't have a conversation because he's just on his phone, just tweeting or whatever the fuck he's doing. Don't even look at you. He's just on the phone. Yeah, alright, yeah. Don't even look at you. But I just don't get it. Alright, give me something else to rant about. I'll tell you what I fucking rant about. Fucking iPhones are the shittest fucking... I'm still stuck with this iPhone. What is it? iPhone 6. I gotta get my Samsung fixed. I just had the money for it. It's gonna cost me well over 100 quid. The battery life on this is non-existent. It's the worst battery life I've ever seen in a phone. It lasts like half an hour. That's not even exaggeration. It's so bad. And I can't even navigate around it. I do feel like an old man trying to use some technology for the... I've just got so used to my Samsung and like Android and shit. This is just a complicated nightmare. I hate it. I hate it. I can't keep using this. And it's worse because this was my... I think it was my mum's, who then gave it to my grandma, who then gave it to me. And it's fucking pink. And someone said to me the other day, he goes, "Why have you got a pink phone, you dick?" It's not mine. It was my grandma's. He's like, yeah, alright. But it's just... I just don't like the layout of it. I don't like iOS. The only one advantage is iTunes. You can sync your music to it. That's the one thing. There's one benefit. It's iTunes. Alright? It's not so easy to put your music on your Samsung. But other than that, it's shit. It always disconnects the wire. Like, I got used to my Samsung that just unlocked when I looked at it. This I gotta fucking keep I got the. Yeah. I don't know why people buy iPhones. I just think the Samsungs are way better. My S10 Plus is the best phone I've ever had. Now, I wasn't so keen on my S7 Edge I had, because that kind of wore out pretty quick and started to piss me off. But my S10 Plus, before I broke it, was a fucking good phone. It was a really good phone. So I gotta get that shit fixed. But yeah, fucking Bixby is a piece of shit. And I'll give you that. It is a piece of shit. The idea was fucking terrible. They kind of punished me again at work. They've put me on a new task now. I've got to monitor a floor. I got my own fucking... I think I've already said. I won't say the place where I work in case I slag it off, because you've got to be careful now. But it's a huge warehouse. Actually, it's fucking 2 warehouses now. Of an online clothing company, one of the bigger ones. So you have like people who go around on these huge floors, like 6 floors, and they pick with trolleys. They wear like a scanner on their arm and they pick. It's similar to like it is in Amazon, shit like that. Then there's the packing side of it, which is what I used to run. But I've pissed off both the managers. Is what I've managed to do. I've pissed them off, both of them. They fucking hate me. So they knew I didn't want to go and do the pick floors, so they've sent me off to the floors. And I've just got to deal with morons. It's a huge floor of all the locations of all the items, and I've got to monitor all these pickers and make sure that they're picking, that they're performing, and you've got to like put people. It's separated into zones: zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, and I've got to monitor to see where the orders are as they come in and make sure that there's enough orders for them to pick. Sometimes they'll run out of orders, so I have to send to another location, another location. And you gotta chase down these trolleys, make sure these priorities are getting picked and shit like that. And you would not believe the people that I now have to deal with. When I was on the packing side of it, I had to deal with some morons, but not as many. I now have to deal with so many idiots. And I can't be Mr. Nice Guy anymore. I used to be nice to them when I was on the packing side of it, and they liked me. But these pickers, like, they pissed me off, and I had to really have a go at this one dude today. He would not fucking leave me alone. And he tried to accuse me of discriminating against him. Because it's been quiet. They put people on housekeeping if there's no orders, so they just like... It's basically, they say housekeeping, you just go wander around, don't do anything. You're meant to clean up, but everyone just wanders around, doesn't do anything, and all of them like it. And this, but I can't put anyone on housekeeping until I get told off the boss. This one guy keeps coming to me, he goes, he calls me boss, he goes, boss, you send me housekeeping. And I went, no buddy, you gotta keep picking. He goes, why you not send me housekeeping? I went, because I can't, it doesn't work like that. And he goes, oh, can you put me on this job? I said, no, you can't just pick and choose your job. Well, you've been assigned to pick, you carry on picking, buddy. He goes, no, boss, listen, you do me a favour. I went, no, I can't put you on housekeeping. And then I got sent a list of names. Right, all these people on the Villeneuve floor said I'm housekeeping. This guy was on the list. And he come back an hour later. And he goes, you know, send me housekeeping. Boss, why you not send me housekeeping? I mean, cause, look, I'm short in this list. Your name's not on the list. I can't send you housekeeping. Alright, this is from my boss. And he couldn't understand. He goes, no, you just put me housekeeping. And I'm like, dude, I need you to just carry on going doing your job right now because you're getting on my nerves. And he just kept saying, you do me a favour, and I'm like, what don't you? And I can't swear at him. And he disappeared for like 5 minutes, and they come back 10 minutes later, and he goes, why you not like me? And I'm like, what? He goes, you don't like me. And it's like, is it because I think he said he's Romanian, because I'm Romanian? And I would, dude, you need to shut your goddamn mouth and get away from me right now, because we're gonna have a real issue. Because do not make an accusation about that, because I just want to fucking punch him. And I said, listen, if you make one more accusation, if you carry on talking to me one more time, I'm going to take you right down, you're going to see the main manager, and you're going to go explain to them the situation. And then he quickly like fucked off, but I was so close to just screaming at him. That's not even the start of it. Because they have the ability to lose their trolleys. They'll come to me and he goes, I can't find my trolley. I'm like, what do you mean you can't find your trolley? Where was it last? How did you lose it? Someone stole it. Someone stole your trolley. Of course they did. Someone stole your trolley. Why would they steal and they lose their scanners? And I'm just like, wow. I've got to deal, and these more and more new people coming because we're getting ready for peak period. Like, we're going to be there Black Friday, and it's going to be the most fucking stressful day ever. Black Friday is going to be insane. And I have to deal with God knows how many of these people. And they just come up with these excuses like, because because they've got targets. They've got to pick so many an hour. They got to do like 110. But I get some people who do like they'll pick like 20 in like 2 hours, and I'll have to go speak to them. So I'll be like, how have you managed to only pick 20 in like 2 hours? And they'll be like, and just the stuff they say, they'll be like, oh, I hurt my leg, I've got a headache, some of the ridiculous shit they come up with, and I'm just like, oh, some guy would said, I got lost. I got lost. What do you mean you got lost? You got lost? You got lost? You got lost where? What do you mean you got lost? And then one guy, he disappeared from his trolley for, I think, nearly an hour. And I went, mate, you've not picked anything in an hour. Oh, I went to the toilet. For an hour? You went to the toilet for an hour? But to them, they think that's like a great excuse. I'm like, oh, okay, you went to the toilet for an hour. No problem, buddy, my mistake. And then, I'm not even scratching the surface here of these fucking people I've got to fucking deal with. They ain't paying me enough for this shit. Oh. The shit they come out with is insane. I got lost. I got lost. Ugh. I don't even want to think about it. I should be... Normally, I've been able to... When I leave work... Now, because I do 3 days on, 3 days off. They're 12-hour shifts. So when I finish my final day like I've done today, I used to be able to erase that shit from my mind. And I forget about that place until I go back in. But I'm bringing this shit home with me now. Do you know? And it's not good, is it? The fact that I'm talking about it now on stream, it's pretty fucking bad. And, I mean, no one wants to hear someone rant about the fucking job. Because, you know, who likes work, let's be honest. If you do, then you're a lucky bastard. But... Okay, next rant, next topic. Give me something to get pissed off about. I won't talk about work no more. No one wants to hear about fucking work. I think you've actually... Yeah, Tev's gone, I'm going to say. I was curious to know what his settings were for Watch Dogs. I could try Legion. I'd have to update the... Oh yeah, he's streaming it. Oh, he's gone. Where'd he go? That was a world shortest stream.
Something in there every fucking time.
I could just annoy Tev now. Right, I could try. Right, okay, we could try. We could try Legion, but I'm gonna have to restart the stream because I'll have to install the drivers, and that'll fuck up everything if I install the drivers.
Whole point of Streamlabs is supposed to recognize games so you can stream them.
Because I can rant while I play Watch Dogs. If I don't know how the game's piss poorly optimized anyway, so it's gonna be even more strain on it if I'm streaming it as well. Because again, Ubisoft games are very CPU intensive. We can have a crack though. We might have to can it and do something else. But so I'll have to end the stream and install the drivers, and then we'll see how it goes. So give me a little while. Give me about 10 minutes. We'll see what happens.